Okay, hello again. We are back for Zephyr versus Necropixel. Another low bracket match. So the loser of this match will be eliminated, and we have Zephyr, the 15th seed, and Necropixel, the 28th seed. So slight seeing advantage for Zephyr. We're just playing the warm-ups. Players are, well, Necropixel more so is struggling immensely on this warm-up pick, but it's a pretty intense warm-up pick, so I suppose it's a pretty good warm-up pick. Well, that was just the first warm-up, so we do have a second warm-up. Sound engineers working tirelessly to get the audio adjusted. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how Zephite has been, how the two players have been mixed together. I had no idea how that's occurred, but. So, all players going with hidden for this warm-up, that's interesting. A bit more of a tame warm-up as well, if he's flatter. The song is pretty good. I don't know about this. I'm assuming it's an unranked set. But it is a very good song. Don't see a lot of Hanaran. See if I can find this set actually, I'm very curious. Oh, it is ranked. I was hoping it was like fresh out the oven, but no, it's been ranked since October 2021, so I'm not sure how I missed this one. It's a 5 difficulty specific set, goes up to 6.3 stars. I'm not sure whose warm-up pick that was, but NekoPixel getting a substantially lower miscount on that one. So the hidden picks could potentially be interesting. Right, and that will conclude the warm-ups, so... Pretty sure I can predict these bans. I'm gonna say Zephite bans No1 4 and NekoPixel bans DT 3. Zephyr does ban no mod forward. I already knew that because he told me beforehand. Neko is more of a guess. I know Neko is going to ban a DT map. Okay, DT3 is gone. Which Zephyr doesn't appear to be happy about. It's like they wanted to pick that one. Yes, Neko Pixel banning the Neko map. If I can go the rest of the day without saying Neko, I'll be very happy. So I believe what did Zephyr go for? He's taking second, right? Okay, yeah, second pick. So it's Neko to pick first, and I imagine he'll primarily stick with the no mod pool. Neko Pixel. He's gonna go with Hidden Free as his first option, which we didn't see last match. Pretty sure Neko Pixel is also sight reading cool, so he's already a slight underdog. We'll see how that works out for him. Which could be a problem because there are a few picks in this map pool that aren't particularly sight read friendly. Because there are some maps with interesting jumps and there are some spin traps as well. But anyway, getting into this map. This map is fairly straightforward for the first half, but it definitely picks up quite a bit towards the latter half of the map. So early misses can be very detrimental on this one. I believe this is approach rate 9, so a little bit higher on the approach rate on average. This is the first time we've seen a hidden pick with approach rate 9 or above. And Neko Pixel going to find the first miss on their own pick and dropping quite a lot of accuracy as well, actually. So it's a fight with the early lead, which is crucial on a map like this. See if they can carry that full combo through the second half. Well, of course, Neko Pixel would be more than happy if that was not the case. So both players can see the score now as Zephyr knows that they have a 1 miss advantage. Okay, yeah, both players combo resetting on them harsh dashes. This is the diff spike, as I alluded to before. The jumps get a lot more wider. But of course, both players trading miss will favour Zephyr since he's already in the lead, and with the map coming to a close already, that's going to be a very early break point for Zephyr. Pretty strong scores from both players. Zephyr just finding the 2 misses in the massive diff spike jumps, Necropixel. Much of the same, just finding a few misses in the huge jumps in the middle of the map and one very early miss at the start. And Zephyr immediately going with double time 2. Which makes sense. I think double time is going to be very heavily abused by Zephyr because Necropixel not very strong on the DT and is pretty much permabanning DT in every one of his matches, so a very strong pick for Zephyr coming out. This map is very low BPM. But is primarily focused on those very wide jumps in a very small window to actually hit them, and as we can see, Necropixel already struggling to time those jumps, finding 2 early misses. Zephyr with a full combo, missed a few droplets, but full combo is more than sufficient. The tick rate on this map is quite massive, so it's quite easy to miss droplets. Neko going to find another miss, and that is Zephyr now at 200 combo, so this score lead is going to grow pretty exponentially for Zephyr, especially with Necropixel missing quite regularly. And finding another miss. Oh, the stream is having trouble apparently. So for those who can't see at home, Zephyr has about a 300,000 point score lead. Necropixel just not able to obtain any sort of combo at all. Zephyr still holding the full. Oh, never mind. They have missed. So not a full combo, but the map is pretty much over at this point. Zephyr choking the ending and getting 990,000 points, and Necropixel down at 667,000 points. So not able to get over 100 combo there. Struggling a lot with the double time modification. And NekoPixel immediately going to go with no mod 1. So, like I said, NekoPixel most likely just going to stick with the no mod pool and maybe some of the hiddens. I've heard this pick is quite tricky for some players just because of the low approach rate, and the map is very dense because of it. It is very long as well, as you would expect from a no mod 1, so
Welcome to
yeah,
us.
Zephite saying in chat that
See you
the
next
approach
time.
rate is pain, which I can understand that. So, low approach rate, very dense, very long. This requires a very specific sort of consistency. It's very modern mapping as well, so not quite like the previous rounds, no mod 1, where it was very old school, very awkward mapping. This one is very much what you would expect to see in most modern day kind of specific maps. For the most part, anyway, of course. Oh, Zephite just completely not dashing for that jump. So an early lead for NekoPixel at 200 combo. In fact, yeah, Zephite missing right before the 200 combo mark. So the Pixel is going to get a point on the board. Very similar scores from both players, very similar combo and miscount identical. But I think the difference was just NekoPixel getting one of those misses very early on, I think, if I remember correctly. Before both players had even reached 200 combo. And Zephyr going with RO16. One of the more difficult maps in the pool, just because it has some very tricky jumps that use the very limit of your timing window. And yeah, this is a pretty good pick from Zephyr if NekoPixel is indeed sight reading, because there are some jumps in this map that just aren't sight read friendly for beginner players. So this could be very favorable for Zephyr. Zephyr with a very early miss in the first like 20 combo there, not moving far enough to the right for that repeat slider, and finding a second miss actually, so a very early lead for Neko. This isn't looking good for Zephyr early on, looking a little bit shaky there. And a third miss for Zephyr, again, not moving far enough for that repeat slider. And Neko with a very low accuracy but the full combo will miss that cross screen jump. Yeah, those cross screen jumps are not sight read friendly whatsoever. Zephyr managing to hit it, but those 3 early misses have already cost quite a lot of damage caused. But Neko finding another miss, so Zephyr now bringing the lead back in their favor. Those misses, of course, were early enough where the score multiplier wasn't that high at all. And actually reaching 200 combo now, so look like they've stabilized quite well after the rough start. This is a very short map as well, actually. It's already a quarter of the map left to go. And both players combo resetting on that jump there, so it looks like Zephyr is going to take this one. Despite the very shaky start. We'll find another miss in the outro, but I don't think it's enough to matter. NekoPixel not on much combo themselves. So we'll extend that lead 3-1. NekoPixel still a breakpoint down. NekoPixel saying that some of those patterns were not sight readable, which I did allude to before the map was played. But despite that, Zephite didn't win by much. Only about a 30,000 score lead for Zephite. And NecoPixel going to go with No Mod 2 this time. Good song.
Come on, girl. I know you wanna shake your pants. Let it rip. Do you think you gotta do your dance? We put it down, turn around, turn up the sound. All we see is you and me. Everybody go up, down, side to side. You're hitting body to body, rocking all you got. The whole world's gonna feel it when you're making your move. Come on, rock the party, make it do what it do. And you're never gonna catch me feeling bad if I ever lose a lover. I may feel sad till I say who's next and buy myself another. We keep it moving in our dancing shoes. We know it's moving and we keep it smooth. We keep it moving and it couldn't hurt. We put in the work. We keep it moving, our love's on the move. We keep it moving, you know we can't lose. We keep it moving, that's all we can do.
So this map is slightly techy, I suppose. It has some unconventionally shaped sliders, some extended sliders, some 1/3s. But I think a lot of players are fairly comfortable with this map. It's low BPM, the approach rate is fairly comfortable. This was mapped by AFB, I think, so comfortable is just par for the course. So, pretty good start from both players, both holding a double S, and I think Zephite's going to get a much better spin there. So, pretty big spin advantage for Zephite if this goes to a spin battle. So both players reaching 200 combo now, so any misses from here on out is going to be very detrimental. Ooh, Zephite nearly underdashing that jump there, but we'll just about make it. And both players having no trouble whatsoever on these 1/3s. Both players hitting that transition jump. Go still on the SS, and with 1/3 of the map to go, this is looking like... Okay, never mind. Forget about the SS, but still holding the full combo, both players. The fight's actually dropped a lot of accuracy, but still, it doesn't really matter with the spin lead that they have. Coming into the closing section of the map, barring any chokes, this looks like it's going to go to a spin battle. And it is a very long spinner, so plenty of opportunity for Neko to bring this one back, and it is flickering. Yeah, and Neko... No, actually, wait. No, it did flicker right at the end of that spinner, but I think NecoPixel is going to take that by just one banana. Yeah, one banana and a few droplets.
We keep it moving, our love's on the move. We
Oh, a very close battle, but NekoPixel is going to squeeze out the win on their own pick, which was very important because being 2 breakpoints down would have been a pretty tall order to come back from. And Zephite just going to go straight with the DT1 pick, so I imagine this is going to be very much similar to how DT2 went. So this is DT1, Future Candy Cup. Fairly comfortable pick, I'd say. It is a cup, of course, so I think most players at this stage will be fairly comfortable with a cup on DT. This is, of course, just a little bit longer, a little bit more techy than some of the previous DT picks. So this is all about double time consistency, and so far both players, never mind, just Zephite is pretty comfortable on this. Neko finding a miss right before that break. So no spin battles on this one. NekoPixel finding another miss, but yeah, and that third miss from Neko. Zephite still holding the full combo and pretty much an, I want to say, insurmountable lead at this point for Zephite already, with 130,000 point score lead and still holding the full combo. But not entirely unexpected. As I said before, NekoPixel struggles a lot with the double time modification, so it was pretty logical that Zephite would just abuse the double time pool. But this is the last double time pick, so we'll have to find something else to win on. Won't get a full combo from Zephite, but it doesn't matter. And that is match point for Zephite, so NekoPixel needs to win their own pick and a break point from their opponent to bring this to tiebreaker. And going with Hidden 1, I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't just go with the no mod free that's still available, but here we are. Very long, low BPM consistency hidden pick. So misses shouldn't be quite as detrimental on this one as they are on some other picks that are much shorter. Now some of these jumps can feel a lot further away and more tricky with the low BPM. And Necropixel going to find the first miss, but less than 100 combo in, so unless Zephite FCs, that shouldn't matter. It shouldn't make too much of a difference. This map can be quite tricky to be consistent on with how long it is, and Necropixel finding another miss. So, not a great start from Necropixel on their own pick. Of course, he has to win this, otherwise he will be eliminated. Zephite up to 200 combo now, so that score lead is going to keep increasing in Zephite's favor until Necropixel can reach 200 combo themselves. And actually already about a 90,000 point score lead for Zephite, so maybe those early misses from Necropixel were actually a lot more impactful than I give them credit for. But Necropixel has reached 200 combo now, so going to stem the bleeding just a little bit, but still going to need a few misses from Zephite to come back in this one, but still half the map to go, so plenty of opportunity for that to happen. And as I say that, Zephite does find a miss, so Necropixel, if he can hold on to this combo he has, that score lead is going to diminish quite significantly. Not enough to bring it into his favor, but enough to make that score lead a lot closer. And Zephite with another miss, so maybe now that's enough for this to go into Neko's favor. If he can full combo the rest of the map. That 90,000 point score lead that Zephite had has now diminished to 0 as the score flickers, but Neko finding a miss just as the score was flickering to his favor. But Zephite with not much combo themselves, so another miss from Zephite. Can still swing it right back in their favor, but Zephite does actually find a miss. But I'm not sure, is there enough time? No, I don't think there's enough. It's just very long, slow slider outro, so a very close final map, but Zephite is going to clutch it out 5-2 and continue their run in the lower bracket. Necropixel will be eliminated. And Zephite is going to advance further into the lower bracket and will face the winner between Ivan7744 and Alapi, however you pronounce that. Yeah, Neo, apparently skill sets do transition between modes, apparently getting speed abused in both standard and catch. You hate to see it. But yeah, that's going to be that match. I believe there is another match at 12 UTC. Let me see what that match is. I think the streamer is not available for that match, so I'm not sure if that match is going to be streamed. But for the sake of clarity. I'll quickly find out what that game is. So the next game will be Super Mario 727 versus Katsumi, another lower bracket match. But I'm not sure if that's going to be streamed. But either way, thank you for everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.